Okay, big flames right ahead. Oh goodness. Something big is on fire over here. What's that? Okay, something big. Maybe it's a tree in Cedars. I don't know. Oh, good grief. Can you make these lights turn, Kyle? Look at that, big flames over there. Zoom up on those flames. Big flames over here, David, or south. I just saw a power flash. Just saw a power flash. Come on. Emergency vehicles. There goes the sheriff department. Why is these lights broken? Whoa, shoot.
They're all red.
Yeah, they're all red. Okay, I'm hearing that the lights are all red. Let's just go. The lights must be broke or something. Come on, light. How these lights? Oh, they're green. Kyle, they've got this 34th Street blocked. They've got 34th Street South blocked. You might be able to get in though. Hey Kyle, they've got 34th Street South blocked. You might be able to get in though. Know when we're up.
We are up.
Okay, I'm gonna go down probably another mile, then go south.
Okay. Oh wait, the flames are right here, Val.
Let's go in here.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so this is.
Is that a road right there?
I don't know.
Let's
but
go this direction.
That probably would have been good.
I don't even know if that's a road. Let us zoom up here.
So we're in Woodward. I see water running down the street. It looks like a lot of people are out spraying their houses. Most people look like they have evacuated already.
David, we're in a neighborhood in Woodward now, just north of Cherry Street. East. All right, we're on Cherry Street.
Oh, flames right here. Big flames.
Let's go down a ways. We have big flames just south of this neighborhood in a field. Big flames. See if you find an open spot and a break here. All right, they've got emergency vehicles driving around through the neighborhoods, sounding their sirens, trying to get everybody, warning everybody that it's coming.
Yeah, it's right in these people's backyard.
All right, we got a whole bunch of houses on this neighborhood at Cherry Street, and it's right in these people's backyards.
Okay, this is the field. Up just a hair.
This is where it's going to come in, isn't it?
Yeah.
Except this is plowed.
Yeah, but it's up in those trees over here.
Okay. Maybe we ought to go back. No, I mean, Let's keep an eye on it and see if it.
It's in these trees right behind those people's house.
Okay, let's turn around then. Let's turn around.
What's the wind direction? Is it west
Okay,
or southwest?
Shotgun mode.
Is it west or southwest?
Alright, we're gonna go down Cherry Street. Okay. This neighborhood is threatened.
Okay, we're at 22nd and Cherry. And we're looking west. Lots of homes in here, so this is pretty critical. Let's see, that last one was 23rd.
Okay.
There were firefighters here with the fire in those trees. Okay, Woodward, EM, those between 13th and 48th Street and Oklahoma Avenue and Hanks Trail should leave this area now to avoid injury or death. So that's an emergency alert that has been sent out. It says do not delay to pack belongings. And so this is going to be 13th Street and 48th Street and Oklahoma Avenue and Hanks Trail if you live in that area. Okay, so tell me this. Can you tell me how this is connected?
Okay, let's go down here. Find that break. Let's go find that break where those flames are.
Yeah,
Alright, tell me where it is.
it might be, well, no, it's right up here.
Okay. Is this it? Yes, it is. See if you can find the flames.
Okay. Looks like, yeah, maybe they jumped out there and got a handle on it. That would be awesome news.
Okay, keep on with the firefighter.
I'm gonna zoom up here. Keep your eye back behind us.
See if there's anybody coming in. Alright, keep it right on, zoom up on the fire, on the,
Okay. You're gonna have to keep it still.
okay.
Okay. Can you tell me?
Keep it on that guy. Just go
I got it.
for a second. Keep it on.
Okay. Can you please, so good news.
Yes, okay, so David, we are on Cherry Street, and this is part of the evacuation. We're on Cherry Street, and I'm pulling out here real quick just to kind of show you what's going on. Firefighters just put out, okay, zoom up. This is the field that's on fire. It's going to be about a quarter of a mile south of Cherry Street. If you can see those flames right there, the firefighters are putting this out quickly, but David, that fire is coming across a grassy field and is headed right towards this neighborhood, which is Cherry Street and North. Pretty good sized neighborhood. This neighborhood is full of smoke right now, and they're evacuating. Cops are going in all over through the streets of this neighborhood with their sirens telling everybody to get out. And so if you live in this area, man, you need to be out now. Big flames. Big flames. Can you zoom up on those flames?
Can you control that just for a second?
Yeah. Help me.
You're good.
I don't want to hit anything.
Go straight back.
Okay, help me back. I don't want to hit nothing.
You're fine on this side.
There's something behind me.
What's on that side?
There's something right there that I'm trying to miss.
Okay, there is a pole, but you made it. Alright, this is Cherry Park, so if you're familiar with this area, this is a little park, kind of halfway down the street. That is an open field behind, and that's right where we were seeing the large flames. Oh, look, Val. Look how fast it's
Oh my
coming.
goodness.
Hey, Val.
Yeah, let's go back up. I'm gonna go back up. It's coming fast.
Val.
What? I know, I'm going. David, look at this shot. These flames are really coming fast. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Right there. Look at our shot, David. Look at our shot.
Wow. They put it out.
Yeah.
Good job. Yeah, we just don't want to see it get in these trees right here. That's the important thing.
All right, listen to this. Are we on live?
Yes.
All right, listen to this. The Oklahoma Mesonet Station at Woodward has burned. Okay, the Oklahoma Mesonet Station registered 122 degrees and then it quit working. Alright, we got police that are on the loudspeakers driving through the neighborhood, telling everybody there's fire. live in Woodward on the southwest side of town is where the fire is right now.
Quite a bit of smoke here.
I think they've got it blocked too. We might have to go back to the neighborhood.
Okay. So there's flames coming across here.
There's another road over here. Okay, we're gonna take this road here. Alright.
And this is the Southern Plains Range Research Center. Okay, there's flames right up here.
Alright, let's go for it.
Looks like they're knocking that down pretty good.
Let's go. Let's go through. Let's go through. I'll just fire right there.
Got a
Hey,
location.
David.
This is going to be 407 and 22nd Street. 407 and 22nd.
Yeah, David, this is just a little bit further north from where Kyle was, and it is trying to cross the road right here. As a matter of fact, I see some smoldering going on to the east of the road, but there is a plowed field over there. That's the range research area from what Kyle was talking about. They're working hard over here. The fire has burned right up to the road, and some of it, there's actually some burning, some smoke going on just to the east of the road over here. But I don't think it's going to make any headway because there's a plowed field over there, and it looks like a wheat field that's starting to grow and get a little bit green. So if that were the case, that would be great news. But nonetheless, this fire is still raging, and you know, it's probably trying to seed areas downstream to the east of it. So that's another thing we got to watch out for, David. Hey, there's cedar trees burning on the east side of the road.
They're working hard to keep it from jumping here.
I'm going to pull back a little bit here.
So we've got a whole crew just right in the thick of that.
Man.
When you talk about firefighting, this is firefighting right before your eyes. I mean, they are fighting this fire to keep it from jumping 22nd to the east.
Yes, it did cross 22nd, but there's a wheat field over there. It's not going to make it any further. I mean, you just drove past me, I think. I mean, the grass is burning over there, but it's a green wheat field that's just barely got, it's just coming up. Now, I guess, you know, the danger is it going any further east. Now, and we learned our lesson from the Stillwater fire that these embers can start new fires half a mile away downstream, especially on the roof of a house. Yeah, turn it back on. All right, so we're going.
We're just
going west on Downs.
Downs, yeah.
And here's houses right here to our south. Lots of houses to our south. I don't see anything burning in there though. Boy, there's something going on right over there. You see that?
Is it the trees?
It's maybe a mile or so south and west of here.
Oh, yeah, I can see that. Right, we're approaching 34th Street, westbound on Downs. And you can see all this is burned. We have houses to our left. They're all good.
Let's see what's going on over there.
Check
The flames over there.
You see flames?
It's just a field, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like they're mopping up hot spots in that low area where there's some trees. So right now we're at the corner of 34th and Downs. A lot of smoke
You
here.
see flames over there anywhere?
Well, probably down. Yeah, I do see flames right over there. So yeah, if you need a shot, turn right.
See this fire over here?
Yeah.
This is new.
I know, but I could get you a shot if you need it. What time is it? When is the weather come on? Right there. So you pull in right here.
Yeah.
There's not a tree in the way.
Is there another pull-in up there? All
Try
right,
to
I'm
hurry.
pulling right here.
Okay. Gotta make it quick. But they still.
Okay, zoom up on that. Right there.
So that's gonna be just brush around the pond. Kind of back burning this direction.
I'm on 34th. I'm on 30. Yes. That's right. So I'm on 34th Street, and this is going to be about a half a mile north of Downs Avenue. And so what you're looking at there is a large area of brush going up, and there's a lake over here on the west side of Woodward. I don't know what this lake is called, but it's right on the east side of the lake. On the east side of the lake, and it's burning, obviously, as the wind pushes it to the west. So lots of black smoke right there. I'm not for sure if that's maybe a cedar going up or if there's some sort of petroleum product in there causing all that black smoke. But looking at the map here, I don't see any homes or any streets, any neighborhood streets for about a mile or so if that thing were to burn straight east. Now the nearest thing is going to be that neighborhood at Cherry Avenue that we were in a little bit earlier. So this has got a ways to go before it reaches anything. David?
So I think it took off from here and went here. They stopped it at 22nd. This is just back burning along the pond. Oh,
It's called Experiment Lake.
okay. It's quite the experiment.
Right there.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe.
Got a tree in the way.
Yeah. There's this other fire, back behind us.
Off to the southeast. So,
We need to go back that direction to that other fire. All that field is burned already.
oh yeah, so that's what I was saying. From here all the way to Cherry,
That's
this is,
burned.
see how
That's where we were. Yeah.
that's where we were. So,
There's a mobile home park back here. I'm hearing it's threatened
okay.
with this other fire.
Yeah, see, this is just going to back burn to the pond. So.
Yeah.
All right, there's a brush pepper coming from the north. All right.
Man,
so,
look at all that black smoke right there. Wow.
yeah, maybe there's some tires in there or something. Okay, so we are southbound on 34th.
Look for a mobile home park.
Let's see. Okay, so quite a bit of smoke coming out of this ravine.
We need to go. We need to concentrate on that.
Okay. So yeah, lots of concerned residents here.
And look at all these cedars in here.
Yeah, look at all the homes.
Man, we do not want the fire to get in this area in southeast Woodward.
This area just east of 34th and south of Downs Avenue. Lots of homes, lots of cedars, a lot of vegetation to burn. So the critical moment here is, you know, these firefighters are going to try their hardest to keep any embers, anything that flares up, and I mean, they're all over the place. They're going to jump on it as soon as it happens, but the wind is just out of control out here, and we're just seeing embers flying through the air. Grass that, when we say embers, it's like chunks of grass that's on fire just blowing in the air, and it lands in a really dry spot, and then it just takes off. So more smoke to our west, and this is going to be Hank's Trail to the west and east. Looks like they have some operations going on along Hank's Trail, probably further down, to prevent the further spread to the east. Alright. Thank you, good job. Okay, we got clearance to go west on Hank's Trail. This is going to be that other area of concern. Hey Val, can you confirm that's where we heard that there is a trailer park?
Yeah, so that's what Kyle is saying, that he thinks that there's a trailer park maybe a half mile in the path of this.
Okay,
But
and
I'm
is
trying
that
to
off
figure out
Hank's
where
Trail?
the fire
Is
is. Where's the trailer park? I mean, that's probably the main part of the fire right there with all the heavy smoke.
Right.
That's the trailer park. That's got to be the trailer
That's
park.
going to be it, yeah. So that's going to be 48th Street and Hanks Trail. Again, we're southwest of Woodward. Alright, this brush pumper is going to go out in this field. That's probably where another head of the fire is going to be. But I don't see flames, so we probably knocked it down. There is a house here we got to keep in mind.
Yeah.
And a barn. Pretty good vegetation out west of that barn and house, so I'm sure they've got that on their radar. Smoke down in this ravine.
Okay, let's oh, look at the flames. See if you can roll down the window.
I could take this off.
No, just turn it out the window. Man, we have massive flames going on over here. Massive flames.
Okay, I'm gonna just try to take it off.
Take it off. No, I'm gonna turn. I'm just gonna turn. Shoot it out the window. Turn. Let's go. Out the window.
All right, there we
Hey,
go.
look at this shot. Look at this shot. Hey, look at this shot. Hanks Trail. Right, yes, and we are at Hanks Trail. Oh my goodness. Oh, we just had we're talking about it seeded. A new fire just started right in front of us.
Now they're gonna jump on this real quick.
Okay.
So
let me pull back. Look at our shot. That just popped up about literally 5 seconds ago, and that's gonna be a quarter of a mile ahead of this other fire. That's what you call seeding.
Here it comes.
Good grief. So this is that area near the trailer park over here. Yeah.
Man, here it comes. Okay. Good night. Look at that.
Let me pull back.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Man, this is a big fire.
So you see that?
Yes.
Good night. Look at that. That is some dry fuel.
Oh my gosh. David, there's another one. There's two other seeds in this field to our east.
Val, we're gonna have to move.
Okay, we got to get out of here. Let's go. There's two other seeds. Look at that fire truck ahead of us. The flames are coming, lapping right at the brush pumper there. Oh my gosh, those guys got to be getting hot. That is bad.
So it has crossed let's see, I can't read that. 84th? Is that 84th?
Yes.
No, it's 48th. 48, sorry. There it goes. Man, and here it comes. Look at that.
Man, David, we almost had a disaster there with the fire truck going right into the flames. It came right on him so fast. Now, looking east, there is a spot fire that started about probably 300 yards east and another one about a quarter of a mile to a half a mile east. And this is all straight downwind from all these embers. These spot fires are popping up so fast, man. That's how this thing spreads. Back to you.
Okay, again, this is Hanks Trail, 48th Street.
Oh no, they're scrambling, but I mean, it's so spread out. I mean, look at the one, I'm gonna show real quick, look at the far one. That one's a half a mile away from us, and that thing went up, and probably literally 15 seconds it turned into that.
Look how fast that's going, though.
Oh my goodness. I'm gonna go up here. Hey, look how fast. Look how fast that fire's spreading. One little seed. Look how fast.
We're about 20 yards. 20 yards. Oh, here it comes. Oh my gosh. Yeah. These cedars are explosive.
Anybody coming?
Yes. Hang tight.
Anybody coming? Any direction?
There's a brush pumper, quarter mile down. These guys are going to be bugging out quick.
I want to get a better shot, better advantage here. Hold on. There, he's coming. Let's go east.
Oh, here comes a car.
Let's let this guy go.
Oh, no.
I want to go around, yeah. There's that spot.
Okay, so let's... I don't know what that's doing. So, I guess the next question is how the wind is going to affect this area just north.
I don't know. All I know is this fire is racing.
Yeah.
Look at the flames.
That thing jumped probably half a mile in just 2 minutes.
That shot is that spot fire.
Wow, he is moving.
Let's go.
So, trying to think. We saw that house in the barn, right?
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah. Is that the house?
Yes. But it looks like it's still standing. It looks like they attacked it from the other side. I think it just barely missed them. But okay, I'm going to zoom in. That is going to. Okay, find our location on this again, please.
Okay. There it is.
Okay.
Hey, that house that Kyle went to check on is in danger right now. Did you hear that? That house, Kyle, you went to check on, the fire, that's where that spot fire started.
Okay, that brush pumper. Oh, can you move past the pole? I've got a pole.
What?
It's fire tornado. Okay.
Just go this way?
Yeah.
I think we got a fire tornado going.
Alright, this is rapidly coming off my...
It is rapidly coming. Good grief.
Okay, so we have...
This is chaos.
We have a house over here.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
We're gonna move. We gotta keep going. Man, this fire is coming fast. We
Yeah.
gotta move.
So Hanks Trail,
We gotta move.
just west of 34. This is an emergency right here. This is going to affect
My goodness.
a big area over here if it jumps Hanks Trail. So this is not good.
Turn around. We're gonna get that.
Okay.
Man, look at this. It's either a church. This is a church parking lot over here. This fire is just raging. Now it's getting into a wooded section. This fire is moving fast.
Okay. Yeah, lots of fuel
Oh
right
my
in there.
gosh, look at that.
Okay, so yeah, this building here, this is Woodward Studio of Dance. They have their sprinklers going. They're surrounded by concrete, so you know, unless an ember gets on the roof or something, it should be fine. We're getting sprayed.
They've got their sprinklers on here.
Yeah. So the problem now is just to the east here. They have a problem with all those trees.
Yeah, the fire is in those trees.
So I'm gonna show you guys what's going on here.
Yeah, that is so crazy. The heat from this thing.
Yeah, it's pretty hot.
The heat from this thing. I mean, it's racing east, but it's also making its way north as well across this field. What's the name of this place here? What's that?
Woodward Studio of Dance.
Okay, we're at the Woodward Studio of Dance. And
I'm gonna zoom up on that.
just overall, he's coming to us probably. Make sure what? Make sure what? Got it. Okay. Got it.
Should I pull back?
Whatever
What do
you
think?
want to do. That's that small little spot fire.
I know. Isn't that crazy? Okay, 545.
You know where this is? Hank's Trail.
Okay,
This-
look right here. There's a barn right over here.
It ain't coming over here, I don't think. But
Yeah.
see over here? This, all that area right there,
Yeah.
Braxton Drive. If you guys live, listen, Braxton Drive eventually is going to get this. South of Hank's Trail, if you live on Braxton Drive in Kenyon, I'd get out of there now. I think we ought to move after this goes by.
Has he taken the shot?
No,
Okay, well then we're
He's
gonna
talking.
hold.
he's talking to Jeremy.
Oh, on this hit or?
No, I don't know.
You-
They're going wall to wall.
Okay, listen, I think, yeah, we've
Let's
reached
go.
our limit.
Let's go.
Wow. Oh,
Man, that's hot. doing here? Turn around. We ain't gonna stay here long.
Okay, again, this is going to be just west of 34th and Hank Trail.
Look over here to wherever. You know, you can see it better than I can.
Okay.
Look at that down there.
So what do you think?
Wow. Okay, let's get on. We gotta get on.
Look at that.
And we're just gonna keep going east.
Okay.
Pull in here again.
Wait. Oh man, there's so much in the way of trees just east of.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go
30.
south down that road. We're gonna keep going east and follow this thing.
Okay, right here. Is there any way you could try to fix that lily
Yeah,
hood?
I'd hate to right now and cause it to go off.
Okay.
He's coming to us.
Is he?
Yes.
Okay, here we go.
So David, we're in the parking lot of the Technology Center right here, and we're on Hank's Trail, and I'll tell you what, this is that little spot fire that was a quarter of a mile out in the field. This is what it has become so fast. This fire is racing just parallel to Hank's Trail, racing east. If it hasn't crossed 34th Street already, it will, and there's a neighborhood up ahead, a half a mile from there, and it's Braxton Drive and Kenyon. So if you live on Braxton Drive in Kenyon, this fire is headed rapidly towards you. This is like a forest full of cedars, and it's full of all kinds of brush, and it's going up fast and furious, and they are really having a hard time. They're not able to get it. Matter of fact, I'm going to say it's already crossed the road without knowing for certain, but we're going to go east, and we're going to follow this thing as it travels east, David.
This is 34th.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. Good night.
I'm going to try to get back where you get a shot of that, okay? So
Okay.
I'm going to go back. When I get far enough, just do it.
Okay.
I don't want to hit anything either.
Should I try to? I can go out the window if you want.
Yeah.
Except
if
I
you can't, do it out the window.
I can't see the viewfinder. I can't see it.
I can.
Can you? Okay.
No, let's try it out the front.
Okay.
Hey, I'm going to back up again. Hold on.
You've got a brush pumper behind you?
I know. After he goes, I'm backing up again. Okay, what? David. Okay, this fire has crossed 34th. It's already a quarter of a mile east of 34th and moving. It's going to hit that neighborhood. Yeah. David. Yep, so got it.
Can you back up?
I can't. We need to go east.
Down? Are you high center?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I guess it did jump. I'm seeing this movie. So.
He thinks there's a mobile home about to go up in that mobile home park right there.
Okay.
Kyle has a weed sprayer on his truck, and he's in that mobile home park, and he's going to try and put out a fire.
Tom. Okay, so a few properties here. Homes threatened for sure. And again, we are on Hanks Trail, halfway in between 34th and 22nd, southwest side of Woodward.
All right, so listen close on the live stream. If you live in the Braxton Drive or Kenyon, this is going to be south of Hanks Trail and it's going to be west of 22nd Street. You guys, definitely, this thing is headed your way. It's probably not very far. We could see big flames, and that's kind of a wooded area right there. That big house.
Where'd you see this one?
Wow. Oh, that's crazy. It has jumped 34th, by the way.
I wonder whose chopper that is.
I don't know. I see it.
Okay, yeah, now we can breathe for a second.
Yeah.
Do you want to give an update? We're still live on YouTube.
All right, so want to give everybody an update. So right now we are in southwest part of Woodward. This is a second fire. The first fire looks like to me they've got it knocked down somewhat. It went through part of southwest Woodward. This is a little bit further southwest. We are on Hanks Trail right now. This fire started somewhere west of 34th Street. It threatened and it still is threatening a mobile home park over near 34th Street, west of 34th Street, south of Hanks Trail. This thing blew so many spot fires started ahead of it, and it just raged about a mile across this area. It is right now, looks like to me, unless they knock it down. Yes. By the way, it jumped. The fire jumped 34th Street, and it was 300 yards in the forest. Big flames. I don't see flames now, but there's tons of brush pumpers out there in the wooded area, and they better get it knocked down, because if they don't, it's going to start moving into houses. I mean, where I'm located at, am I stuck? No? Oh, yeah, I mean, so we're pointed back to the west right now. I know you can't see flames. I need to figure out a way to get to it. Maybe I'll just go east since Tom is there. I'm going to go east into that neighborhood if I can get in. But this fire raced. Yeah, that whole area leading up to that neighborhood to the west of it is not a wheat field. It's brush and trees and cedars.
Good news is it does seem that the wind has come down a little bit from what it was earlier. Man, it was just really whipping earlier. I mean, that fire was just jumping leaps and bounds as we continued east along Hanks Trail earlier. But it does seem like the wind has calmed down a little bit. So, you know, as the sun sets, hopefully we're going to see these winds come down and they're able to get a little bit better handle on it. But man, the firefighters are doing a great job. We'll see a spot fire pop up and they jump on it and take care of it. But right now there's a lot of homes that are threatened. Before that mile section we were at, just further east or further west, that was west of 34th on Hanks Trail, it was mainly just wide open pasture, and the fire whipped across that really quickly. But the terrain drastically changed once we hit 34th Street and headed east. A lot more trees, deeper ravines and hills, and a lot of homes in here. So that's going to be the biggest challenge moving forward in the next few hours for sure. Okay, so maybe, what are you thinking about? The problem is with that hill, I mean, maybe if you set up right here.
Yeah, I could do that.
You know,
Yeah.
part of the story here is just seeing the preparation in advance of the head of the fire. So a lot of these homes are being surrounded by brush pumpers and tankers. We're seeing them spray down houses, which is great.
I think you see all the smoke billowing right there.
Okay,
There you go. That's a good shot.
yeah, we're very near Kenyon, Braxton Drive.
That's the area that, if it would have kept going, it would have hit them. And these are some of the houses here from it right there. Wow. Okay. So we are on the far southwest side of Woodward right now. We're just on Hank's Trail. Those of you that from this area, and we're east of 34th Street and we're west of 22nd. What you're looking at, that fire started somewhere west of, there's a trailer park about a mile from here. And we were watching it and the wind was whipping, and I tell you what, it just raced up that hill. It started 3 spot fires that we could see, and this fire here is one of those spot fires, and it took off, and in no time it had traveled a mile. So I don't know if it got any houses. There's so much smoke going on there, but that thing just raced eastward. Firefighters scrambled. They got in. It's a wooded area that was, I mean, there was flames 150 feet in the air when it went through the wooded area with cedars and such. But they just put everybody out on it because there's a lot of houses just east of that in the fire's path. Let's see what this looks like.
That filter needs to go down to into 1.
1 or 0?
Yeah, it took it.
Okay.
The wind is still pretty low. I'm gonna look at surface obs right now.
What's that?
So the wind is still cranking pretty good, but the temperature has come down. The
Yeah.
sun is setting. Oh, let's look and see.
Oh, look at the flames. I saw an orange area.
So yeah.
Why don't we drive down this road here?
Yeah, several
It's a road,
times.
isn't it?
So the Woodward Mesonet station, as we mentioned earlier, was burned to the ground. So right now, you know, we're not getting a temperature dew point reading. Right now it's saying it's gusting to 43, so I don't know if maybe the anemometer is hanging on or what that is. But anyway, Woodward County still seeing gusts into the 40s. Earlier we had wind speeds up into the 60s. So really harsh conditions. Looks like slap out dew point 17. I don't know what it is at Woodward because the Mesonet station's down, but Arnett is 27, and so yeah, still pretty dry. You get out in the Panhandle though, and it's 8. It's really dry air. Still gusting to the 40s in the Panhandle as well. So yeah, temperatures 72, we were 86 earlier, so temps coming down. That should help things a little bit.
There. Hey, look at the flames right there.
Oh, shoot. Yeah.
Just to let you guys know, there's a neighborhood that's threatened right in front of us here, and there's some really big flames going up. I'm not sure if that's a house or just cedars.
Yeah. I'm gonna look at Google Maps real quick.
I bet it's cedars.
Just see what's behind these houses. So right behind these houses, there's an open pasture. A lot of cedars back there, but Val, check this out. That'll give you a big picture right there. So really,
So I'm looking that way.
yeah, if they can keep the fire just south of Braxton Drive, that's going to be the goal here. Just so that, I mean, if it stays out in that open pasture where there's no houses, But I will tell you, it looks like a lot of brush, lots of vegetation with cedars, and that's going to be just that section right south of Braxton Drive. And again, we're at Hanks Trail, just west of 22nd Street. This is Southwest Woodward, and this is a big neighborhood addition right here. So lots of activity going on in this neighborhood, but you can definitely see the flames beyond this neighborhood in that section right behind. I'm gonna pull back here just so you can kind of see the big picture. But we do see that glow in that field right behind here. But good news. So these homes right here along Braxton Drive, man, I mean, there's everywhere I look, I see either a brush pumper, a tanker. I mean, they're all over it. So
Yeah, and these are big homes in here as well. Big homes. And luckily it's not like a huge neighborhood, but there's quite a few homes. You see the flames over there?
yeah.
So here's what we figured out, Justin, is going on. This neighborhood that I talked about on Kenyon and Braxton, that's just south of us. We're looking at the houses from it. The fire is just barely south of that neighborhood, just on the other side of that neighborhood right there. And there's cedars that might be what, right over there to the left. Cedars going up, big flames. So it's real close to those houses, but I don't think it's hitting the houses yet.
So what's our wind direction?
Keep it, zoom like that.
Okay.
I mean, I would say it's threatening this neighborhood. I mean,
I feel like our winds are pretty much straight west. Okay, yeah, it's not down. Can you switch that to 1?
yeah. And you'll have to switch it back when I move it. But
Okay.
if you see any flames, put it back over here.
I will. I do see a glow kind of behind.
Yeah, there
the
is a
house.
glow behind that house.
Need to check Google Maps again. It looked like another pasture just east of that one. Maybe not quite as much vegetation on that one.
Get ready, because
Okay.
he's coming to us.
Do you want to turn or okay? I think
Okay. Over there. To the right. Yeah, so David, the neighborhood that we've been talking about, which is Braxton Drive and Kenyon Road, that is the neighborhood we're looking at. It is directly south of us. These are the houses at the very west end of that neighborhood. That fire that you're looking at right there, and that fire is in the Cedars just immediately south of this neighborhood. Not very far. Very close. So right now, you know, it's a near miss with this neighborhood, but there are some big flames. Must be a big area of cedars. I know it's a pretty wooded area back in there. And also, as we've sat here, we've seen the fire move probably close to a half a mile since we've just been sitting here. So it continues to march east. But our biggest prayer right now is it'll stay south of this neighborhood, because there's quite a few houses, big houses in this neighborhood. David, back to you.
Oh wow, check that out.
I'm not on a road. I'm in a field just to the north. Black smoke.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, wow.
All right. Wow, check that out.
Yeah.
Mm.
And there's only one way out.
Okay, so this is, so if you look, this is the terrain.
That fire's in this stuff right here and just marching
Yeah.
that direction.
So as long as the wind stays
West.
and does not turn to the southwest, that's what we need to pray for right now.
Right.
If this wind decides to turn to the west-southwest or southwest, we're going to have some people in trouble.
Yes. And once again, I just want to say thanks to our sponsor, Belta Roofing, to make this all possible. Belta Roofing, home of the hail-proof roof. So where we're at right now, that is a pretty decent-sized neighborhood, and our camera's looking south, and the fire is just a little bit beyond to the south of this neighborhood, too close for comfort, in my opinion. And there's a lot of cedars, and that kind of a rough area with brush, scrub brush, and cedars and small trees and high grass. And man, we have seen some big monstrous flames going up in there. And we're on the, we'll be fine if the wind doesn't switch back around to the southwest. I think that's what saved this neighborhood. Man, look at all this over here. I mean, this thing is going that direction, and I mean,
So
it's gonna brush the edge of that.
we could.
Do this here. See that? There's still fire back over here. See over here?
Yeah.
But all the glow is just right over there. The big glow.
So these trucks are really checking out the homes, just making sure there's no embers.
Is he warning? You think he's warning people with the siren?
Maybe. I mean, you would think people were evacuated here, but looks like I know they knocked on that door over here.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking too.
Still quite a glow right behind there. There's some trees trying to go up.
I think he's talking about.
There go those cedars again.
They're using it.
Yeah, still quite a few cedars back in that pasture, so a lot more fuel to burn if the wind is just right.
Wow.
Goodness.
Good night. See, there's big flames even down there too. That thing's almost made it all the way to 22nd.
Yeah. Is that an open gate in the corner?
I don't know. We'll see. But right now we got a good location.
Yeah.
Perfect.
That's like the end of the cul-de-sac in that other neighborhood.
Right.
Right at the end of the street there. There's another glow behind this house.
Yes, there's flames too. All right, just I want to update everybody on what's going on here. So this is southwest side of Woodward. We're looking at an upscale neighborhood here, pretty big homes, and you see what's going on right behind that neighborhood. That is immediately south. There's a big field full of cedars and brush and small trees, and that fire that came from the west, this all started from a really small spot fire, by the way. That thing just raced and went right across 34th Street and just covered that half a mile in no time. And now it's almost over to 22nd Street, so it's just about went 1 mile. It's going to cross 22nd. And if it does that, there's even more neighborhoods past that. So right now it's very close to the neighborhood on the south side, but it's just far enough away that it hasn't taken any houses yet. If the wind has kind of switched to the west, which is a good thing for this neighborhood, it's switched to the west. And if it goes back to the southwest, it would push this fire up close to this neighborhood. And so there's another cedar going up right there. I mean, every time a cedar goes up, it's like gasoline on a stick, Marty Logan says. That's a Marty Logan term, gasoline on a stick. That's what cedars are. Man, look at that cedar going up. It's... coming to us. David? Yeah, so I really think that's what saved this neighborhood right here, because the winds did switch to the west, and that fire was headed right for this neighborhood. This all came from that little spot fire that we showed you earlier, that just started in that field, and it just expanded and exploded and just rapidly raced. This thing has traveled over a mile since that spot fire. Now this neighborhood is going to be on Kenyon and also Braxton Drive. Pretty upscale neighborhood over here. Lots of big houses. That fire is going to be adjacent on the south side. There's a big grove of cedars and brush and small trees and tall grass and all that kind of stuff. That fire is very close to those houses, but in that neighborhood, or I'm sorry, in that area right behind that neighborhood to the south. And there's more flames going up. Ooh, that's close. That's closer than we've seen it to that house. So very, very close to that house. If the wind tries to switch back around to the southwest, then the rest of this neighborhood might be in trouble. So let's just hope that don't happen. Those cedars are just goodness. Okay, so officially from the governor, no reports of homes being burned in Woodward.
Wow.
That's great news, because our early reports were that there were homes on fire.
Yeah, that is,
which is bad. We know what that's like.
that is definitely a blessing. So thankful for that. If you're just tuning in, we're on Kenyon and Braxton Drive. We're just south of Hanks Trail and just west of 22nd Street on the southwest side of Woodward. And so if you've been watching for a while, you know we've been talking about this for a while. And earlier we were on a fire that was further northeast of here. You know, looking in that direction, I don't see any smoke, so I think they've really got a great handle on that for sure. It looks like the smoke is starting to thin out west of here.
Yeah. The wind has died down some too.
Yes.
Yeah, that's pretty obvious. That's a good thing. The temperature's going down because we're starting to get dark, which means that the relative humidity is going to go up. All good things. The wind is going down. It rapidly improves when the sun starts to set.
So I'm thinking we could probably move east.
All right. I think we're going to move. Is that a gate? No. Those people went up there to get through somewhere.
Yeah.
Let's see where this guy goes.
I think this whole neighborhood goes through because I see the road.
Okay.
Maybe they jumped the curb at the cul-de-sac.
Okay.
I think that's what he did.
That would be right on Braxton. Okay, he's going up here. That's where everybody else went. Watch where he goes through. I don't think that's open down there.
Yeah, I don't think so. I've seen several go through up here.
Yes, I have too. Whoever owns this field, it's a perfect spot. Alright, so, I'm going to do an update here. We are right near the neighborhood. I don't know what the neighborhood's called, but it's Braxton Drive and Kenyon Street. The fire barely missed them. I mean, barely went south in a big field that looks like it had a lot of cedars and stuff in it. So, that's good news for the neighborhood here. Really good news. Hey, look at all those flames over there.
Oh, wow.
Good grief.
Here comes some brush pumpers.
If anybody comes, I'll get out of the way.
Okay. Right, this is going to be southwest of Kenyon Drive.
Some more over there, but we'll get that in a minute. That's our shot. That's right out, that's kind of like the south flank, and the fire up here raced this way, and it's left that behind, and that's still raging.
Mm-hmm. Winds are still pretty much straight west here. Okay. I think I might zoom out just a hair.
Yeah, so the neighborhood came out great. I mean, the fire that went across to the south actually stayed to the south of the neighborhood, which is great news. And I think a lot of that had to do with the brush pumpers and the firefighters. I mean, they were in there thick, and they were doing everything they could to make sure it didn't come into the neighborhood. So great news there. David, I'm looking back to the southwest. This is to the southwest of that neighborhood. This is going to be more on the south flank of the fire that raced through this neighborhood, and that is still raging over there. So that's looking southwest. That's still raging, but I think that's moving east, maybe even a little bit east-southeast with the way the winds are going right now. So good news here, David. Back to you. And this guy here that lives in this house has a couple of trailers and skid steer. Got a nice setup. So if you're wondering, if you're out there, you're listening right now, and you live in Woodward and you live on this road, this would be Kenyon and also Braxton Drive. It missed you. You guys, I'm looking at y'all's houses in this neighborhood, and it's you guys are still standing. It missed it to the south. So look back to the east. Is that a fire that started?
Oh my goodness, yeah. How far is that? That looks several miles.
Justin, or any of you trackers, we're looking at a possible fire about 1.5 miles or so straight east of our location.
Might be a little further than that.
It looks a little bit too far to actually be a part of this fire, but I don't know, maybe it cedared it again. We'll have to go look at that.
Yeah, it's growing. Look at that.
Hey, would that be east of us? I mean, straight east along the Hanks Trail? That fire's growing. We're looking at it here. I don't know how it started, but it's growing. And we're on a hill and we can see it. Maybe I'll go back.
Where is it in reference to 183? I mean, I think it's going to be near 183.
Just west of 8th Street. Oh my goodness. Maybe we ought to go that direction.
Where did they say?
Just west of 8th Street.
8th Street.
Yeah, where's 8th Street? This is 1st. That's 8th.
Okay, so it is going to be west of 183 and probably north of Hanks Trail. So yeah, yeah, we can see it pretty clear. It's kind of a hill over there. I'm going to zoom up on that. There it is. So yeah, we're looking back to the east.
Okay.
Looks like it.
Man, it's growing. We're gonna head that way fast. Get in there, cracks, and I'm just
lost my focus. There we go. I lost several types of focus, but mainly the video focus. Alright, so here we are, tracking east again. Hanks Trail. So I think they said 8th Street. I'm thinking it's going to be slightly west of 183, but we won't know for sure till we get there. And yeah, you know, from here, look at that.
Justin, that fire's in our shot right there.
Sorry, I'm trying to.
There it is. It's growing. That's almost too far to be seeded from this other fire. It's 1.5 miles.
Yeah. Yeah, not really the same direction. Oops. Started the day off, Beaver County, extended up north into Kansas, so Inglewood and Ashland, Kansas had mandatory evacuations. I'd be curious to find out, what the status is there. There's a crazy fire starting the day out. Like running your hand through sand going across the iPad. I'm sure our lungs are filled with that as well. I'm starting to sound like a man.
What?
All that smoke inhalation today. Alright, here's 183, so it's obviously west. East. I came up a lot quicker than I thought.
This is further east than I thought, too.
Yeah. Yeah, and it still might be a mile or two.
4,000 people evacuated.
Where?
In Woodward.
In Woodward?
Yeah.
Wow. That's a lot of people. That area looks large. Let's see what I can see.
Justin? This is a lot further than what you indicated. This is not 8th Street. We're a mile east. Well, what? Well, there's no fire there, but the fire I was talking about is still ahead of us.
Looking at my map, and it's going to be somewhere out by school walking dog board.
Well, I wonder what caused that, because that's too far away to be seated. Part here.
Yeah. Okay. Alright, so flames are just...
Well, we're coming across an area right here.
This is County Road 206.
Yeah.
County Road 206.
Right. Justin, we're coming across a burn area right here. The fire's still ahead of us, but I didn't even know this fire was here.
Okay, so yeah, those same numbers I remember from earlier.
Is that gate shut or open?
It's open. So 206 and...
I know.
42.
Alright. Well, we've reached the fire. Man, there's a lot of fires around this place.
So, looking at Google Maps, I don't see any houses except this barn that's right here.
Well, Jeremy, that thought crossed my mind.
So there's a ravine just a little bit east of us, right before you get to County Road 206, just to our east. Looks like all those trees down in there are still burning. That's probably the biggest glow. And so just looking straight south from where we are, looks like there's a barn, open pasture though. Okay, there's somebody behind you. Somebody behind you.
Okay, there's a structure on fire to my east.
Okay.
We're gonna go over there, look at it, and let this guy go by here.
Okay, yeah, they knocked that down. Good job.
There's a building in fire over there. Yeah, they got that knocked down. Let's turn around. See what that is.
Well, it does
That's
look
a
like
barn or something.
it's a barn or a house. Okay, let me look that direction. Okay, I do see a house on Google Maps. East of 206.
Justin, seeing some sort of structural fire to our east, and we're looking at Google
Power pole.
Power pole's on fire. Wow. We're gonna go see what that is. It might be a house or a barn. There is a house in that area.
Wow. Looks like they are staged right here. A bit of activity.
Man, I think that's a house. It's burning for a while. Can I make it through there?
Possibly ask.
I'm gonna try to squeeze around them.
There was a open spot. Yeah, no. There is another road coming up.
Think it goes to it?
Probably will give you a visual, but yeah, just keep going. Just a little bit further.
Okay.
A little bit further. You can at least get the context of what's happening over here. There's your road. So that other road would have had a south road that would have...
Oh, there. It is showing South Road?
Yeah, see this one here, you
Yeah.
could have gone south on
Okay,
that
let's do that.
if you want, but
Well,
whatever
I don't know
that
if that's Cedars.
whatever that structure was, it's not showing up on Google Maps, so I'm not sure if it's a home or a barn.
Yeah. Yeah, look at the...
So again, this is going to be east of
That's really big flames.
east of 270, the main highway that comes into Woodward from Sealing.
Man, look at that.
So we're right off 42. So there's a creek that runs all the way, look at this creek. So once that, I mean, the fire has probably been burning down in that.
That's some massive flames.
Yeah, lots of trees down in there for sure. So look at this, Val. There's a home here. So just beyond those trees, that might be what we were seeing.
Wow, I bet you that doesn't look good because, I mean, they've got barns also around it.
Yeah.
They're massive flames. Jeremy, if you're looking at the same one we were. So if I go on this road, I just want to see if there's any inlets.
See right here. So the Calvary was here. So if you come down here, I don't see an open road from there though. But here,
This road goes up, but I mean,
wow, look at that.
yeah, those are big flames. Sure is a lot of fires, separate fires, right around this one area, you know, for it not to be suspicious. This guy coming out probably.
Yeah, he probably could pull up to this drive if he wants to come out this. Yeah, I would say so. Here comes another brush bumper pretty quick. Maybe just go straight. There you go.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Check that out. Oh.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah. Look at that pressure. Man, that is one heck of a sprayer right there.
And I want to get that on here.
Man, whatever's burning over there is big. Large grass fire west of Mango.
Oh, that's not good.
Somebody else coming in here.
Okay.
Well, he put that out, didn't he?
Yeah.
High side.
There's my side.
What's that? What's that? Well, if you saw me, we just turned in. I didn't really go very far because I'm not for sure. It's in the dark and I can't tell if it really does go all the way up there or not. I really want to... Well, something up there looked like a structure on fire. Well, were you able to see it close? Okay, well, you know, if it was a house, it'd still be burning. I don't know, it could be a barn. Somebody else coming in. Boy, they're all coming in here now. Okay. What's that, Jeremy? Thanks. It's what we do. Hey David, if you're still listening, it almost looks like there might be a structure that's on fire somewhere back in here, maybe a barn or something. Okay. And there must be, the cedars in there must be thick because we're seeing massive flames over and over. Yeah, I mean, this is east of 270 over here, 2 or 3 miles, and I think, right, we're on the other one, and yeah. Okay. Man, that's massive.
Wow. Oh, it's Jed.
Oh, it is? No, it's one of our reporters.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. This says Jed.
Hey, I think we found Jed's car. I know it's not Jed, but it's his car. So I guess we found out the right temperature dew point and wind that fires will spontaneously combust in.
Wow, look at that. So earlier we did have a report there were over 4,000 people in Woodward that have been evacuated.
Is that Jeremy?
Oh, no.
They're working. They're working. No. Not now. Hold on a second. No, nothing. Did it work? You started off the brake line. I think they're doing some equipment stuff. All right, so just an update here. We are
Just started off that brake light.
we
I don't know why
are
that
east,
light's not working.
quite a bit further
Brake light's
east than where we
working up
were.
front.
This is going to be southeast Woodward as opposed to southwest Woodward. Big fire over here as well. Goodness, I don't know what in the world's causing all these fires. But they've brought in the cavalry for this one off of the other fire, I think. And looks like to me they're getting a handle on it. We still see big flames every now and then, but it's not as bad as it was. Like right there, that's got to be a cedar or a group of cedars. I wonder if they need our lights.
We go.
That was Sealing Fire Department. So I'm getting some reports of a large grass fire west of Mangum, probably somewhere out near the Oklahoma line. Okay. So a fire, Ellis County, but that was 2 hours ago.
So nothing on IR.
About the Mangum fire?
Yeah.
That's what he said. Ah, let me look at IR here. Could be seeing that one.
Well, mine could see it that far.
Maybe we ought to. They're going to do cut-ins every 15 minutes. Keeps going over there, doesn't it? Can we loosen up this a little bit? There we go. Yeah, so David, this is going to be another fire, and this is going to be southeast of Woodward on the far southeast side, and we're about probably 2 or 3 miles east of 270 along Hanks Trail. This fire has produced flames 200 feet in the air, but firefighters have just poured in here and done a really good job, and I think they're getting a handle on it. David, back to you.
How often are the cut-ins, did you say?
It's supposed to be every 15 minutes. And they're also gonna, they're gonna do something new. They're gonna stream on YouTube, I believe, which is not gonna really change anything for us.
Oh, just the broadcast?
Yeah.
Or, okay. What's on tonight?
What?
What's on tonight? Just regular programming?
Survivor.
Oh, okay.
It's yak, 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 right in my ear. You talking about over here on the southeast side? Well, they did, but there's a flare-up going on right now over here in the grass. The grass it's taken off, but they'll jump on it again. Right, they're headed to it right now. I see them. Okay. Okay, thanks for the warning. All right, so we're going to do an update here. Once again, we are still in, this is the southeast side of Woodward. Earlier today, we were on the southwest side. This is a totally separate fire. And, you know, it's still burning. I think the other fire, southwest, is kind of still burning, but they're getting a handle on it as well. But firefighters are really swarming this, and they're knocking it down. The good thing about it is the winds have come down quite a bit, which is good. The temperatures come down, so the conditions, you know, that caused the fires have really improved. So good news there. I suspect we're over the hump right now, and it should get better as we go along. This is like, I don't know, the third fire we've seen today. Third or fourth. Actually, the fourth. So the good news about this, and we're not certain, but so far what we've heard is that there's no houses burned down in the fire, and that's as of maybe an hour ago or so, and that is just great news, because we had heard lots of reports of houses on fire. I've heard of one structure, like maybe an outbuilding that burned up, and I'm sure there probably could have been a few others, outbuildings, but so far no houses, and that's kind of a miracle considering where this fire was and how fast it was moving. So looking at the future here, we've got a couple more days of fire danger, but and that would be tomorrow and also Thursday, but none as bad as this one. This was the big day with all the wind and the dry air and all that kind of stuff. So we'll have to see what the other days, how they shape up. I mean, that could change, but so far, to me, this looks like the worst day, at least if you go on the forecast. That Beaver County fire, man, that thing was massive. Good night. We found where the fire crossed the highway north of Englewood, Kansas, and drove north, and we probably drove 4 miles and still didn't come to the end of the width of it. So I've heard, David said earlier that at that time it was 5 miles wide and 36 miles long, but that was 3 hours ago. That's a large fire. And I can't get over how fast. You remember we saw that spot fire start from an ember out in that field, the furthest one away. I can't get over how fast that thing spread. I mean, kaboom! It from a little spark, and now, I mean, it was raging in no time. Alright, so an update here. We are still southeast of Woodward, and this is going to be east of Highway 270, 2 or 3 miles, right along Hanks Trail. There goes the Cedar. All right, so just an update here. Man, cedar trees continue to just go up in this fire. I think that they have pretty much got it to where they know that there's no structures or houses that are going to be affected right now, which is a great thing. But, you know, to see these cedar trees are going up, I mean, those are some big flames right there.
Hey, Val.
Hey.
How we doing? Did they lose that house up there?
I don't know. Is that his father-in-law?
Yes, that owns the property, yeah.
Tom finally found a gas station.
Was he out of gas?
He was out of gas.
Oh dear.
All right, so we about the same as before. We're watching this this fire up here, and there is a house up there. We just talked to somebody that was concerned that if his father-in-law's house is still, you know, didn't get burned, and he's going to drive up there and look and come back and let us know if his house is still there or not. So anyway, we hope and pray that it's still there. We know that we saw something that might have looked like a structure burning, very possibly. There's that iconic sound.
The iconic,
David does it too, you know.
The iconic Val clearing his throat sound.
Well, you know,
That's
it's been a
hilarious.
long, smoky day.
It really has. Yeah, for sure.
You know, the inside of my truck smells like a campfire.
Yeah, we have so much dirt and ash on our screens we can hardly see them.
Yeah.
Yeah, when he comes back, I'll be interested to find out.
Yeah. Is that him coming back?
I think so. He
Okay,
sure-
they're doing a cut in here.
Okay. He sure wasn't up there very long.
I think they're going to go to Jeremy, though. And I'll run out and talk to him when he gets back. Keep
Okay.
him from getting out of the truck.
Okay, we just got great news. We just heard the property owner was just informed as well that his son-in-law is here and just checked on the house right up the hill, and it's still standing. Everything is good. So that's wonderful news coming from this property here southeast of Woodward.
Yep, no problem. Nice to meet you.
So, the house is still there. That's awesome.
Yeah, that is great news.
And he also said that we have permission. He said, Robert Robertson's the guy that owns it. He said, you have permission to show the house on the air or whatever you want to, but I'm not for sure it's even worth going up there.
Yeah, I'm not sure about lighting. If you can
Right.
even see.
Yeah. And they get in people's way, you know.
I wonder what we were seeing though that looked like a frame.
I don't know. That's a good question. It could have been trees.
Yeah, it
Very well
been.
could have been a bunch of trees.
Yeah. Alright, it's getting pretty dark out here. It looks like most of those big flames we were seeing down in that area of trees, looks like they've really got that knocked down, which is great. So I'm looking at the day 2 fire outlook. It's going to be critical level for this area. They could upgrade. They did that this morning. They upgraded to extremely critical for this area, and so we'll definitely need to be watching tomorrow because conditions are still going to be really bad for this area. Let me see here. And I feel like that area might extend a little further east of where it is today. Okay, so some people are asking if Woodward is in the clear. Did you hear any reports from Tom as far as anything else happening a little further west?
No, not that I know of. Are we? I think it's all going downhill. Matter of fact, I want to call. Hey, David, it's Val. David or Justin, are you guys in there? Can you hear me? Yeah, so I just found out a guy stopped to talk to us, and he was wondering about his father-in-law's house down the road there, and we knew there was a house up there, but he went and looked at it and came back and said, hey, the house is still there. It didn't get touched. So still good news, no houses yet. It's a miracle. Goodness. So, this fire we're on right here, our view, there's nothing. They've got it knocked down. I don't see any flames or any glows or anything. Is there any other place we could run to real quick over here?
Wow, I'm looking at maximum wind speeds today, and May Ranch hit 69 miles an hour today. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that's one away from 70.
I mean, that's not even a thunderstorm, that's just wind.
I know, and you know, that's kind of, you know, when you get winds in a severe storm, that's a little upper end. That's upper end severe, really, on just a plain severe storm.
Yeah, conditions have definitely improved. Wind speeds are way down. I was just looking, 14 gusting to 20 out here.
Can you look at it over there?
Oh yeah, it's so dark.
Can you just see how we're doing?
Yeah, good.
How are we doing? Good?
Good. So we're gonna head back to the west just a little bit, see any big time glows over to the west. But you know, temperatures have come down, relative humidity has gone up, and so all of those things really help the firefighting efforts for sure. It's, you know, like during the day when the sun comes out and the temperatures are high and the wind is high, that's when it's the worst.
What's this?
It's like a little
It's
flare
just a
up.
little leftover.
A little leftover. Yeah, so all of this I think burned to the fence line. They stopped it at the fence, but every now and then you'll have a tree flare up like this. Probably not going to be plums on that thicket this year.
Probably not. Okay. I'm gonna pull off the road here. Look at this.
So
Yes, Jeremy, it is.
I just saw an update. This is actually Marty's page. He said, spread the word that Aussies and Beaver's going to stay open late for all the firefighters. So that's great. They're going to stay open late. Feed those guys. What is that? Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
All right.